Canadian Football League Grey Cup champion.
Taylor again, wide open.
First team All-American quarterback, Steve Taylor.
5 for Steve Taylor. That is a new Nebraska record.
We are live here at 1040 O Street at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios. I am Jake Balkovin alongside Steve Taylor, former Husker All-American quarterback, live and in color here at 93.7 The Ticket.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
Steve.
right.
How has it been this week? How you doing?
No, it's been good.
No, good.
I looked at first thing I do is look at the forecast, and we're like in the 50s and 60s and going to near 70s. I'm like, how many golf days can I get in February? Right?
That's right.
I mean, dude, this is crazy. I may have to cancel one of my golf trips in March or April if it's going to be this nice. Yeah.
Did you get any golf? Did you get any golfing in then?
Of course, man.
Oh, yeah,
Played
absolutely.
yesterday. Didn't start off too well. I was shot like 3 or 4 over on the front. Made a couple of birdies though.
There you go.
But the greens are they're like Berber carpet. They're not like smooth because there's so much poana and in the winter. So
yeah, it's still
Anyway,
a different adjustment to the game. A
it
little bit.
is. I'm averaging about birdie or 2 around.
Yeah.
I got to step it up though. I got to
Nice,
step
take
it
that.
up. Yeah.
And you said you've had like 3 hole-in-ones in your life?
I've had 4.
4 hole-in-ones.
I've had
yeah.
4 and 1 for 20K.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
particular.
no, I've been pretty lucky with that. So I'm due. I need 1 more at Firethorn on number 17, and then I have the circuit. I have all the par 3s at Firethorn.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no one has ever done that.
Wow.
So maybe I can leave my mark. I left
So
my
have they
mark
all
at
been
Yankee.
at Firethorn then?
What?
Have they all been at Firethorn then?
No, I had one at the Players Club in Omaha.
Okay.
It was in Jack Pierce's. That's where I won a 20K. It was in Jack Pierce's deal he was raising money for small independent colleges when he was doing that.
Okay.
I was with Clete Blakeman, Tom Banderas was with me.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see? I know each one's differently. Could
No.
you see any of them?
I've seen
dropping?
all mine.
You've seen them all, yeah.
All mine have actually been pure shots.
Okay.
I'm not embellishing.
Yeah.
I've seen it bounce and roll, hit the pin, and go down. Every one of them.
Every one of them.
Yeah, every one of them.
That's
So I've been
awesome.
fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all legit.
That is
I
awesome.
just need 1 more at Firethorn at 17, and then I will be complete. Then I'm no longer on this earth. I told my wife, don't tell anyone, and to go out and spread my ashes on each of the par 3 tee boxes. Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah. Well, you just told everyone.
Well, they won't.
Yeah, they won't.
I'm going to
Yeah.
outlive everyone anyway, so they'll be dead.
Yeah. There you go. You'll be fine.
At least that's the plan. That's the
Yeah.
plan. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's a kind of a fun week in Husker athletics. Obviously.
it?
Well, I mean, kind of dead period. There's not too much going on in Husker
No.
football.
No.
But I don't know if I've asked you this before. You can you muster yourself to cheer for Creighton? Do you have a problem with Creighton?
No, I do not.
No.
No, I mean, because first of all, it's a private school.
Yeah.
It's in Omaha. And unfortunately, Nebraska is not like a basketball school.
Right.
Like I was a big Kansas fan. I like Kansas
And basketball.
because my
yeah.
nephew was going to go to Kansas and
Oh,
play
okay.
out of high school, but he went straight to the NBA. So I got some KU stories for you. But
Who's your nephew?
Deshaun Stevenson. He played.
Oh,
with,
I had no clue. I know Deshaun Stevens. I don't know him, but you know him, but I know of him. Yeah.
That's my sister.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he was playing in the NBA, he played like 12 years.
Yeah.
I traveled all the time, went to all the games and everything. And that's when I learned a lot about basketball players. Totally different from football players, man. Just a different mentality. But anyway, so he was being recruited by KU, went down there and had dinner with Roy Williams, made me pay for my steak.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, dude. Can you believe that, man? So we went on a recruiting trip. It was actually pretty cool because my wife and I walked into the room, our hotel, and they had all my pictures hanging up in our room, just kissing butt, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Neil Doherty was there. I don't know if you remember him. He died. He was jogging in New York or whatever and died.
Mm.
Anyway, so we had dinner at Coach Williams' house, and he was cooking steaks. And he said, well, unfortunately, you pay for your steak. I'm
Is
like,
it because
really?
of a recruiting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm not his mother. I'm his uncle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? And my wife and I are there.
You had to pay for a steak at his house?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did he charge you?
I don't even know. I'm hoping my wife never paid him, but
yeah.
he did. He did say that. I just kind of ignored it, right? So I
Right.
just let my wife handle it.
Yeah.
But maybe she didn't pay for it. But he went on record saying I had to pay for my steak.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
at least did his part then.
Yeah.
He
But
was
anyway,
supposed to tell you that.
I like KU.
Mm.
I mean, and I liked when I was in college because they represent the Big 8.
Yeah.
And then, it's KU, right?
Yeah.
So I've always liked them. And then, Creighton is not a huge. I don't really care about Creighton, but it's in Nebraska.
Yeah.
I'm still a KU guy, but I cheer for them. I have some good friends that went to KU. My Lincoln dad went to KU, so I mean not KU, but Creighton.
Yeah.
So I cheer for them.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm bringing it up, they just beat number one.
I know, they
UConn.
beat number one.
Yeah, and Nebraska obviously beating number one Purdue earlier in the year.
Number two. Yeah. Well, I guess they were number one
At the time. They were number one. So it's just a big year for Nebraska, the state of Nebraska basketball, not necessarily Nebraska.
It's
University.
wide open. It's wide open. I mean, what's going to happen in the Big Ten tournament?
It's tough to tell. I mean, Purdue does seem like they've, at least in the standings, have gained some space, but I mean, they've been beaten by Northwestern and Nebraska, so it can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. On neutral ground too. So
yeah,
we'll see. That's what makes it great.
It's
be fun to watch.
It will be fun. And it's always fun to see the number one team go down.
But not only did they beat them, 20 points?
Yeah. They I mean, UConn kind of made it close there. They were able to come back within 10, but yeah, for a majority of that second half, it wasn't close.
I actually golfed with a doctor friend of mine yesterday the other day that was going to the game. Yeah, so I can't wait to talk to him about the atmosphere and everything.
Have you been to a Creighton game?
I've gone to a couple, yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've gone when they played Nebraska.
Oh yeah. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going when they played Nebraska.
To go to a game.
I don't make a special trip to go see Creighton.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't, if you're out there, and I know again, you don't necessarily have to be a Creighton fan. I like
the colors. They're blue. Blue's my favorite color.
It goes along with Kansas.
Yeah.
I'm not overly a Creighton fan, but I do like they have fun matchups like UConn and Villanova and Georgetown and St. John's and I mean Marquette. So it's a fun time to go out there and they allow drinks if you're into that. And it's just kind of a rowdy crowd, especially last night. The student section was rocking.
The problem is, though, you can't take credit for it. It's almost like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right, yeah.
I mean, so I get it.
Well, I embrace as a Nebraskan. When I was younger, I had this rivalry with Omaha because I mean, everybody kind of Lincoln, Omaha has an actual like high school rivalries. So I just kind of screw Omaha or whatever.
So where did you go to college? Where did you go to university?
Here at the University of Nebraska. Yeah.
Now, you really can't do that.
Do what?
I guess if I can. You can't like Creighton if you go to Nebraska.
Well, as I aged and I started working in Omaha and dating in Omaha and stuff like that, like I started to have a lot of fun in Omaha. Okay, so I was like, you know what? Now I embrace Omaha. And now then when I traveled like outside of Nebraska,
how long were you in Omaha?
I've never like lived in there. I just go up there to work.
This isn't helping your case, though. This is helping your case. You implied that you were living and working in Omaha.
No, I worked there from time to time for like the College World Series. And, yeah, so like it's 3 weeks.
I'm just saying you implied like you were like like you lived in Omaha.
No,
then I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
No, I didn't live in Omaha. No.
Okay, so that doesn't help your case.
It doesn't help my case.
No,
but my point overall is that when I started traveling like outside of Nebraska, like you realize Nebraska doesn't have enough like for it to stand alone. Just be like, yeah, Lincoln's awesome. Never go to Omaha.
Yeah.
If you're gonna visit Nebraska, I always say about Nebraska is you could have a good weekend here. You go to Lincoln and Omaha and have a good weekend here. I don't know if it's a destination. If you're gonna spend 3 weeks here, if you're gonna have the most fun. But the biggest point is if you're gonna be like pro Nebraska to people that haven't visited, you have to embrace Omaha because they have the zoo and they have. I mean, there's enough to do. I think.
You can't do that.
You don't think so?
No.
I've let the rivalry down. I'm done with it.
You are a Lincolnite. You're a Lincolnite.
I am. I'm a Lincolnite.
What do they call someone who lives in Omaha? What do they call them?
In Omaha. Omaha. And I'm not really sure.
Yeah, no, I thought about when I retired from football, I was actually thinking about living in Omaha. And so I met with Home Real Estate in Omaha. Jackie Williams was great, but decided to stay in Lincoln just because it's Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's Lincoln, right? Capital.
Home of the Huskers.
Home of the Huskers, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Lincoln guy. I went to University of Nebraska, Lincoln. So, but I did consider it just because Omaha has a little bit more to offer.
Yeah.
But so I'm a Lincolnite. So my philosophy, I either cheer for the Lincoln teams or I don't really cheer for anyone outside the borders like that. Like you like the Stars?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And what's the
Lancers? No, I don't cheer for the Lancers.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
All right. See.
I guess that one's
the Royals.
Still,
the Royals, right? You got their AAA team there.
Yeah.
What about them?
But I'll embrace them.
Are you them or the Salt Dogs?
They play a different. They're like in different leagues. So
I wish Lincoln would step it up with that.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. They're just,
You think?
I think with the size, maybe.
Now they have the Supernovas.
Yeah. And we
God.
embrace the Supernovas. The Supernovas are,
It's almost,
we're the flagship station.
I know
of
we
the
are.
Supernovas,
Yeah,
so.
okay, I guess we are. But
so
still,
we definitely embrace Omaha here at the ticket.
that was a good get. That was a good coup by D.
Oh yeah, it was. And they're doing well. If you caught up on their schedule last couple of games, they've been winning. So I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. And to me overall, as a basketball fan, I guess too, as I talk about in general, like if you want to visit a weekend or if I'm trying to tell an out of stater what's up with Nebraska.
Are their tickets hard to get, Creighton? Tickets hard to get?
They are generally pretty well sold. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're one of the top attendance teams year in and year out.
I did like it that you can get a beer there before.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that when I went and watched Baskets play.
Yeah. I can get a little more rowdy than after pregame or whatever.
I like sipping a beer at the basketball game.
Yeah.
I do. That and a hot dog, I'm good.
Yeah. Even though it's college kids. Because that's always the talk is, well, it's college kids. Some of them can't drink. Well,
God,
okay.
I
they do. They might not. They can't, but they do.
I don't see the college kids going crazy. I see the adults the one that are yelling and screaming next to me. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, but that was cool. But Creighton, the Blue Jays, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to March Madness.
I am too, and I think both. And the thing is, Nebraska basketball should be in there as well. They've got a game against Indiana tonight. They've got to finally win on the road. They still haven't done so in the Big Ten.
Would you say the Huskers are in right now, regardless of what they do? Do you think they're in? It's tough. Were they 18 wins?
Yeah,
at 18 wins.
I wouldn't say regardless of what they do, but I would say outside of pretty. It would be kind of surprising not to see them get in because their schedule is more difficult. They've got like 5 games left before the Big Ten tournament. None of them against top 25 teams. 3 of them are on the road. I suppose if they continue doing the home and away deal, that would kind of put them squarely on the bubble in the Big Ten tournament. They got to pick up one of these road games, preferably too, so that you can go into the Big Ten tournament knowing you're going, not like, well, let's see what we do here.
Okay. All right.
But a big chance to do that against Indiana, a team they already did beat at Pinnacle Bank Arena, a team that's lost 6 of their last 8. Yeah. They don't have Xavier Johnson, a former Nebraska commit.
You would think that losing streak on the road will have to end sometime relatively soon.
You would think so. Do you think it's? And I don't know if you've ever been on teams where it's this way, because you kind of get into a point as a fan that I'm worried that like as they go on road trips, like as they tip off, like everything, like that losing streak on the road is no longer just like, yeah, it's there now. Is it like taking over their minds as they're getting ready for this game?
Basketball is a different animal when it comes to that. It's tougher. For some reason, it's tougher to play basketball on the road, I think, for other sports. I don't know why that is.
Well, generally, you get home calls. So you're kind of fighting the refs, the environment. So? Yeah.
See, I don't think the refs play that much into it. I mean, I always take the refs equation out of it.
Yeah.
Just because those are things you can't control.
Yeah.
But it seems like basketball is, I don't know if it's just a mental letdown from the players that is, you do a home and away, let's win the one at home and it's okay if we lose one on the road type of deal. And so.
But even talking to Strick, he's got like, that's his mentality year in and year out is, protect home court.
Yeah.
And then pick up a few on the road.
You got to steal a couple.
And most teams in the Big Ten, and people say it's the toughest conference to win on the road in the Big Ten, and that's fair.
Nah, that's not true.
And whether it's true or not,
Nebraska's
worse than anybody at it. Other teams might struggle to win on the road, but they do it once in a while.
Yeah.
And Nebraska has, to their credit, that Illinois game sticks out a couple games ago, and they went to overtime against one of the top 15 teams in the nation. It's not like they just go and they forget how to play basketball on the road.
I do know from my childhood days and high school days of playing basketball that the atmosphere is different and the arena is different. So I think that can play a role into them not playing as well on the road because the acoustics, what's the proper word I'm looking for? Your depth perception is different when you're in arenas. Some arenas feel close, some feel away, far. That can make a difference in just your accuracy. I mean, that used to play a role in it. So that's why I guess it could be a difference as well in basketball. Football is not that much, but basketball, some stadiums or arenas can feel huge and some can feel really small.
Yeah, what's that? What was that Hoosiers where the coach goes out there and says it's the same here as it is?
Yeah, I guess they did do that.
But you're right, the depth
Yeah,
perception.
that
thing
was
is
that was.
definitely-
I love the Hoosiers, man. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. We need to make more movies like that.
The Notorious B.I.B. chimes in. This is something that
Okay.
myself and Terrell were talking about. How does Steve feel about Roger Craig not being in the NFL Hall of Fame?
Oh, I think it's a bum rap.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he should be in.
yeah.
I'm trying to see what that's all about. Did we have this debate on this show about that, or is it
We
someone
might have
else?
before. I at least sometimes I'll stick up for the other side. I agree with you. I think he should be in, but I do understand that he's kind of borderline, like his resume. But he's like,
I think
if you say borderline, he's still knocking on the door, and they just won't let him in.
yeah. I mean, it's weird because he was, I don't want to say a hybrid running back, because there's a fullback before
Mhm.
and then a running back
Yeah,
and
and a receiving running
and
back.
a receiving like that.
Yeah.
So in the system, that stuff is weird when it comes to who gets in the Hall of Fame, and because you look at his rushing numbers, they're not like up there with guys that were running backs over, running back, not a fullback, but just running back,
Yeah.
right? So he comes short there, right? And so I think that's what hurts him, but I think eventually he will get in.
Yeah,
I do. I think eventually he will get in.
yeah. It's sad. Some of those guys they make wait
Yeah.
till they're really old. I guess that's what they're planning on doing. I don't know.
You get in when you can't enjoy it.
Yeah, can't really party about
yeah,
it.
your offspring enjoys it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how many years did he play in the league? He played.
I think about 10, wasn't it?
10.
Have to double check.
Not that matters. I mean, it plays a factor in it, but yeah, I think his career was substantial enough, especially with the championships and who he played with and what he did for the team. I think he warrants being in the NFL.
Yeah.
But it's tough. I mean, that's a tough call, man.
Well, it's interesting. So he played from 83 to 93. So I think, what would that be, 11? But yeah, I mean, and then it kind of branches off into other discussions about guys that are in the future, like an Ndamukong Suh and a Levante David. You think they'll get in there? They're both kind of in that same conversation with me, where they'll probably be borderline. If it's up to me, I'm a Nebraska fan. I put them in. But
Levante David, I mean, coming from a guy that's in one Hall of Fame, Nebraska Hall of Fame, there are standards that just need to be in place.
Mhm.
In order to get in, you have to have done this and that. So I'm a firm believer in that you just can't let, just because you may feel someone should get in the Hall of Fame, do they warrant being there? Not just, I mean, in that, because that's
certain milestones.
That's a
yeah.
huge milestone. That's a certain level of success that's unreal. Like,
Yeah.
even when people say to me, well, you're an All-American, I said, dude, I was not a major award winner. You respect that, like a Tommy Frazier or Eric Crouch. I mean, they did things to warrant them being on the Ring of Circle or in the College Hall of Fame. I mean, you appreciate that, and you have to accept it for what it is. So with that in mind, like, I don't know how many. First of all, Ndamukong Suh played for many, many teams. I think that hurts him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Great player. I don't know how many years he was All-Pro.
I think there was 3, maybe 4.
Yeah,
But Pro Bowls, I think like 5.
yeah. I was trying to get the difference between that Pro Bowl and All-Pro. Like,
So Pro Bowls.
Pro is when you start.
No, All Pros, like it's not like it's like the team. It's like All American. It's like the end of the year, the best of the best will be in there. The Pro Bowl is like with like week 15, they'll start inviting people to go play that game in Hawaii, which is now in Orlando, which is a flag football game. It's
I was trying. So is it like
Yeah.
is it like second team All-American?
so
Or is it-
well,
I mean,
kind of because you get but All Pros can make the Pro Bowl. So like it's just like the top 3 players from each conference gets into, at their position, gets in the Pro Bowl. But the All Pro, to be first team All Pro, that's one quarterback around the league. So there's going to be like 6 Pro Bowl quarterbacks, but
Yeah.
one first team All Pro quarterback.
Well, you just flipped it on me now.
Yeah.
In the CFL in Canada, which is where I played, we had All-Pro, like All-Star.
Okay.
You made it. We didn't have like 2 different designations. We just had one, right? So that's when, and I just started realizing this, like when I was hearing the commentators, the Pro Bowl and All-Pro. I was like, okay, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Like, I thought if you're All-Pro, you're a pro. You're like,
yeah.
you're
It can be confusing.
it's a little confusing. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so what's the difference between Pro? But now you just flipped it on me.
Yeah.
Like, so is Pro Bowl above All-Pro?
No, All Pro is above Pro Bowler. Like if you,
Oh, so all pros above Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. So Pro Bowl is really almost, is that a selection from a committee?
it's again, it would
Like, is
be
that a
like
public.
Yeah, it'd be like if you're so the NFC and the AFC are both going to need to field a team, so they're going to each need 3 quarterbacks, right?
Okay.
So there's going to be 3
So that's all
quarterbacks
pro.
from
Then
the
you only
NFC.
have 1 pro.
Yeah, but when you make the All-Pro list, you make 1 quarterback. It's one.
Okay,
It's like
all-pro.
first team
So
All-American.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
And they have
okay.
second team All-Pro, and those are
No, they
those
do,
are
yeah.
highly considered
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
But to be
yeah.
first team All-Pro means you were the best
You were
that
the
year
best
at your
that year.
position.
Okay, gotcha.
Not one of the best. The
You
best.
were the best. That's
yeah.
what I'm trying to. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. All right, gotcha. Well, Sue, like, is he up there with Reggie White?
See, I don't think so.
That's what I meant. That's why I
Yeah.
would say okay.
And his off-field stuff or on-the-field stomping stuff, I don't know if that'll hurt him.
Yeah, that I think that hurts you.
That might hurt him too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll cheer for him. Neil Smith, another guy that's not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I know. We've talked. He's on the Ring of Circle, I think, in Kansas City.
Well, he should be, and he's the other guy should be knocking on the door.
He's another one that we talked about that because that's revenue generated after your career when you get that when that happens. So interesting.
Yeah, interesting stuff. We've got some more interesting stuff coming up here on Weekly Wrap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. We'll be back after this.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies to go along with calm winds and very mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 69. Tonight, mainly cloudy with a low around 41. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. It will be breezy, though, and cooler with the high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through February 25th, enjoy USDA Choice New York strips for just $5.88 per 8-ounce cut, fresh pork belly for $2.99 per pound, and for ticket listeners only, snow crab clusters for $8.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
A wise nation honors and learns from its past. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. February is Black History Month, a celebration of the contributions that African Americans have made to American history in their struggles for freedom and equality. Knowledge is our strongest tool against injustice. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Now back to weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thanks for joining us here at 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Jake Bachman. He is former All-American quarterback Steve Taylor, and we're just talking about the latest goings-on in sports and some of the Nebraska circles. I thought this was funny. I looked this up on Twitter just during the break.
All right.
So Justin Fields of the Bears looks like they're going to probably take Caleb Williams and move Justin Fields.
They are.
Yeah. So that's kind of what everybody's projection is. There is still a chance. Maybe they trade it and keep Justin Fields. But Justin Fields has unfollowed the Bears on Instagram, which usually is
well done. Good job.
Means you're not dating anymore. And speaking of that, he explained it because he was asked by the St. Brown's brothers about why he unfollowed the Bears, and he said he just wanted to take a break from he unfollowed the NFL. He doesn't want that in his timeline. And he said, just because you don't follow a girl on Instagram doesn't mean you're not messing with her. So that was how he described it.
That's a good analogy. That's a good analogy. I love that. Good for him, man. Good for him. Good for him.
It's interesting to see. I mean, and I don't know if you've seen the mock drafts, but the NFL this year is going to be really intriguing, the draft, because it's like 5 guys they expect could go in the first round. Yeah. There's a few interesting enough free agents, and then Justin Fields, who might as well be a free agent. He seems to be on the trade block. So
he needs to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh man, here's what I've learned: like when the mesh is not good, and first of all, it's hard to be good and be successful and productive just when you're the guy. I mean, you have a tough challenge anyway, and then when you bring in all the other stuff, when you feel like they don't really believe in you, then it's tough. And people think, well, go out and prove them wrong and show them you're great. That's a bunch of BS, right? That's a bunch of BS. So, that's why Dak is having such a tough time in Dallas. He needs to get out of Dallas. He needs to get out of Dallas.
Just too much scrutiny.
You're fighting too many battles.
Yeah.
And you're fighting battles that you're just not going to win. So go somewhere where you're loved, you're liked, the coaches believe in you. They believe in you and want you there. Then you got a chance to really thrive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it makes it very difficult. And you're looking over your back all the time. So it's just it's not. I would just say, well, first of all, you're a pro. You got to do what you want to do, say the right things. But, the Bears just need to just go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
Well, and I think it's likely they will. I think
So
they'll
good for
probably
him.
take Caleb Williams and see what they can do with Justin Fields in the trade market.
Yeah.
But that's interesting stuff. Speaking of the NFL, Bill Belichick has come to Lincoln for a coaches clinic. So I think, again, it probably benefits Nebraska that Bill Belichick didn't get a job.
How does that benefit Nebraska?
Well, I don't know if he'd otherwise be at this coaching clinic.
I mean, but still, it's a clinic.
Yeah,
Like,
it's going to help some of the high school coaches.
Bill Belichick's not coaching the team.
Yeah, it's not a huge benefit.
I mean, I guess it's a good PR move that we got some big time people coming to Nebraska. But all in all, like,
yeah, I mean, it's like it's not that big of a deal, but it is cool to see.
It's cool. Yeah.
What some would argue the greatest coach of all time to come in. What would you say about Bill Belichick? Because I feel there's always this all or nothing take of whether is him or it was Brady. But I think you got to say it's both of them, right?
Are you saying he's the greatest coach because of the championships?
Yeah, I mean, as far as championship counters go,
how many Steelers have? The Niners.
Yeah, I mean, there's been coaches that have them, but I think he's got 6 of them.
I'll put it this way. Obviously, he's one of the best coaches. Now, I don't know what he's like as a person. So I think that plays like, if I had to choose, I want to play for, who is it? Is it Chuck? What's his name at Pittsburgh?
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll. The 49ers, Bill Walsh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Landry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else? My buddy from the Raiders. Come on. What's his name?
Madden?
Madden. John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden.
If you ask me who I would want to play for, Belichick would be way down at the bottom. So I would say he would not be one of the greatest coaches of all time. I think you throw Reed in there already.
Okay.
I think Reed is in. I would love to play for Reed. I would play for any one of those coaches. And this is just from what I've seen. I don't know him personally. Just from what I've seen on TV and watched his demeanor and how he runs his organization. It's really tight. I just think the other coach would be more of a coach I would have more of a relationship with.
Yeah.
So I would rank them higher than I would Bill Belichick. Now, if you're just going off championships and, whoever has the most, I guess.
Yeah.
And Brady, dude, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that hurt his credibility a little bit, which is really sad that Tom Brady went and did what he did in Tampa.
Right, yeah.
the following
and
year.
Bill didn't really do anything.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that had to do with your boy Brady.
Yeah.
That dude is something else. I think there was just something there. They were just a great fit for one another. Just like I think Mahomes and Reed is.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how many Reed does ultimately have, because he has 3 now, which is actually tied with Joe Gibbs and Bill Walsh for 3rd. Chuck Noll has 4, and Bill Belichick's 6 is the most in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, so
he also has the most
what he's
Super
done.
Bowl appearances.
Yeah, what he's
9.
done. Yeah, in that regard, he's probably the top.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. But I would say that.
Yeah. I just think there's always this idea that it either has to be Belichick or Brady. It has to be Phil Jackson or Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan. And I think there's an understanding that, without that great player, they might not have one title. But without that coach, I think that great player might not have as many titles.
We kind of think alike a little bit in the fact that I have this debate with many people. And they say, well, it was Jordan. I say, no, man, it's the coach. I think it's the coach first, then the player. And then when you get it where they're hand in hand like that, then that's when you have something that you can't duplicate.
Yeah.
So I don't think there is a Jordan without the guy, what's his name?
Phil Jackson. Yeah.
I think the way Phil Jackson did all that is pretty. And I played.
Well,
for
there
great
was
coaches.
a Jordan before Phil Jackson. He just wasn't winning titles.
Yeah, I think it's the coach.
Yeah.
I think it's the coach first.
Yeah,
I really do.
I mean, and obviously we can never test this, but it would just be fascinating to see what Tom Brady would have done without Belichick. And some of those early years or early Super Bowls were Belichick's defensive side of the ball that was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and then some of the later Super Bowls was Tom Brady.
And the reason why I say it's the coach, man, is because it's how the coach assembles the team and deals with that personality where he can bring out the best in you. A coach can also bring out the worst in you. They can make you look incredibly good. They can make you look really, really bad. Dak is kind of going through that a little bit, But I think it's the coach. Because I think Dak or Romo or those guys would have gotten over the hump if they would have had a different coach. Dak hasn't done it yet, but we're not giving up on that. But I think they could have gone a little further. I think it starts with the coach. And that's because I've had great coaches.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. And I think too, just because when I think of Phil Jackson too, you think about the Jordan years, but also his next coaching job was Kobe and Shaq. And so he was able to like elevate his stock and profile where Belichick hasn't, went from Tom Brady to a rookie quarterback that didn't work out.
See, that's not a fair analogy though. I mean, look at those names that you just went to where Jackson, he went from who?
Yeah, from Michael Jordan to Kobe and Shaq.
Okay, right.
And won 3 straight with him.
Okay, that makes, where Belichick has gone from whom?
Yeah.
To whom? To whom?
Yeah. From Tom Brady to nobody. And that's why I wouldn't say nobody, but Mac Jones is in comparison to Tom Brady is
Tom Brady, I tell you, dude is brilliant, man. He walked into a great situation with that team. They were prime.
Yeah.
They were prime.
Well, and they had to build. I mean, and I think part of it too is not just the coaching of Belichick, but he had a heavy hand in GMing. And what they did in building teams around Brady for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. When they assemble a team and a staff, and to go even further, the general manager, or the president of the club will do a good job of hiring the right coach and letting them do their thing. That's the problem with Dallas. Jerry Jones is in the way.
Yeah,
he's in the way.
Or if anything, they can be 11-3, and if they lose their latest game, he's critical.
No, he's in the way.
Yeah,
he's in the way, and that's what's holding that franchise back.
Yeah,
I mean, he's overreaching. Anyway,
yeah.
So
I can buy that. I mean, I think Dallas fans can buy that too. So.
But to get back to Phil's good for him to unfollow the Bears. I wouldn't want anything to do with all that noise. It's toxic, dude. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Go on vacation, like he said.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Justin Fields. I think one way or the other, he's starting somewhere next year, just probably not with the Bears. We'll take a quick break. We got some more sports talk for you coming up next year on Reppin' with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
A wise nation honors and learns from its past. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. February is Black History Month, a celebration of the contributions that African Americans have made to American history in their struggles for freedom and equality. Knowledge is our strongest tool against injustice. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies to go along with calm winds and very mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 69. Tonight, mainly cloudy with a low around 41. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. It will be breezy, though, and cooler with the high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Now back to weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios. This is weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I'm Jake Bachman. We got one more segment.
Yes.
And I did want to talk about something that Matt Rule was kind of talking about with the expansion of schedules, of conference alignment, of the playoffs.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to look at that.
Yeah, Matt Rule has said that has commented that he doesn't necessarily think it's a great idea to play Power 5 out-of-conference schedules, out-of-conference games.
Agreed.
You agree?
I think you should play as many. Well, okay. Yes, I agree with that. The league's big enough where we have enough teams in the Big Ten that we need to take care of our business. You need to take care of your business within the conference. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the college landscape has changed now.
Yeah.
So let's just do it right.
Because pretty much,
I agree with that.
I think the argument is pretty much if you're in the Big Ten and you're going to play some combination of USC and Oregon and Michigan and Ohio State and Wisconsin and Iowa and, you know, the UCLA and the teams just kind of keep going on and on, you're gonna have your 4 or 5 tough matchups a year.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to go to a conference to find it.
And what for?
Yeah.
You meet them in the playoff.
Yeah.
You meet those teams abroad in the playoffs. So I'm all for that.
Now, it is a little bit disappointing because there are teams. Obviously, Nebraska has left the Big 8 and the Big 12 before.
Oh, yeah. That's done.
So it's
over.
The only thing that is a little bit frustrating about it is that you've got this out-of-conference schedule with Colorado, of course, this year, which is going to be fantastic. And they've got one down the line with Oklahoma. So that might be in jeopardy.
Those days are gone.
Yeah,
The past.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Give me my NIL money.
There you go.
Let me have my commercial.
Yeah. Well, fly to Rutgers 1 week, and fly to California the next.
Yeah, that's plenty enough. Let's just deal with the matter at hand and call it good. Oh man, did you see that Caitlin Clark is making more than 122 NBA players?
Is she from NIL money?
Yeah, she's making more. She's making more than 122 players in the NBA.
It's fascinating to watch her play and watch the media attention around her. Whether her be flailing and flopping on the floor or hitting threes, like deep threes to take the.
It's almost like a love-hate. I was golfing and guys, I don't like her. She's kind of this and that. I'm like, I kind of like her.
Yeah,
she has some swag to her. She's confident. She's having a great time. Like, I think it's great, man.
And she's, obviously great for the sport because it's bringing a lot of recognition in on it. And she led her team to the national championship game last year. We'll have to see what they do this season. But, I think she does, like, she's just kind of the typical player of if she's on your team, you love her. If she's not, then you hate her because she buries your heart. And she's kind of flamboyant about it if she does.
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
She was on the other side of it last year in the championship game. The Reese girl from LSU. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
No, that's been pretty remarkable. Man, I love watching women's basketball when they're shooting the threes. I don't like them around the rim. It just doesn't look good around the rim, right? But shooting threes and passing and stuff, man, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's exciting. We'll see. Obviously, Nebraska women's basketball obviously just got a win last night too, so kind of we'll see what they do there. We mentioned Nebraska basketball taking on Indiana tonight. If you're kind of looking ahead, so we'll have a hoops post game show after that. Tips at 7:30, so 7:30? maybe around 9:30 for the post game show.
I can watch that after I get Wednesday wings.
There you go. Oh, I love wings. Oh yeah. So, I've heard about these Wednesday wings because Terrell is invited in.
We used to have a round table discussion for Wednesday rings. Then it got too crazy.
There's too many people.
Too many people.
Have you had to cut a few out?
We had to cut some out. Yeah, it got too heated. But no, and then people were fired and let go. So.
Oh yeah, well yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
But Wednesday wings, hump day wings.
Yeah, that's always something to look forward to.
So now I just go with my daughters when I can.
Oh,
but Ken and I go. But Kenny brings his kids.
Is Terrell still invited?
Yeah, Terrell. Yeah, but Terrell's cleaning somewhere most of the time.
Oh yeah, he's busy.
He's just waking up from his nap.
Yeah,
he tries to make it and have a wing or two, then he goes clean his building.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about those wings, so that's something to look forward to. But there's that game tonight. Anything else you got looking forward to this week?
Just golf, buddy.
There you go. Yeah, nice.
I
weather.
I better sell a house or two. I need to do that.
Yeah, a little bit of work.
I'm getting close. I'm finishing up my little. I call them facelifts when I redo kitchens and bathrooms and stuff like that. So I'm finishing one up right now. And then I got a house in the Spring Parade. You got to come check out some of my homes, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated.
You just build one. I build small houses. You probably want a big house, though, right?
Well, it's not about what I want, really. It's really about what I can afford.
I can build whatever your purchasing power is. We can make it work. We can make it happen.
It is fascinating. I know we don't talk about that too much, but I love that, like the modern age of people going on Zillow and looking at a bunch of houses they can't afford and looking at houses in California and all that stuff. You ever get lost on Zillow?
No. It's weird. No, I don't. I see enough houses. I live in my own little world,
Yeah.
And I do like looking at when I'm building a house. I like to get ideas. So I do go and look at some stuff, and then I'm on Google, so stuff comes to me. Right, you get ideas and everything. But yeah, I'm fascinated with homes and how they look and what you can do. I love seeing a piece of dirt come into someone's home, regardless of the amount, what size it is.
Yeah.
Now that's cool. That's cool. You feel like you have a purpose in life.
With all that, like helping other people's homes and helping so many different people, I know it's a very rewarding job, but does it make you want to always add to your home? Like if you were like, oh man, this is great, I'm going to add that to this home. And then you look at me back at your home and you're like, I wish I had that too.
Yeah. Or I just want to go out and build. I don't want to redo my kitchen. I just want to go build a new house. It's easier to do it that way. Yeah. My wife. Yeah. And I'm the interior designer in my house. I'm the one that's always doing something to our house.
Yeah.
My wife, even the pots and stuff. I'm real anal. She hates that word. I just like stuff about like that. I love home ownership. I love it's my peace.
Yeah.
My peace of mind is my comfort place. So
Have you moved around too much in Lincoln, or have you mostly built
I've
from your home?
I've only moved twice in Lincoln. I built my house in '97 when I retired. And I was there for 10 or 11 years, and then that was when we were going to build a house, and I bought one on a golf course.
Oh,
yeah, it was actually very similar to the house that we were going to build. You know, I had bought and sold quite a few places in Canada.
Okay.
Right, and so I just wanted to be in one place for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And so I've been fortunate. So I've been back in Lincoln for almost 30 years. I've only lived in 2 houses. I tried to move a couple of years ago. My wife said, no, not happening. I was building a house. It was nice. One out of Capitol Beach.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
There's been 2 or 3 houses that I was building I wanted to move into.
Right.
She said, no, she loves Super Target too much.
Oh, yeah. Location.
She doesn't want to move out of the neighborhood. And now that, I used to live on Yankee Hill Country Club, but that's no longer. But our location is just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
all about
she's right.
location and real estate, right?
It's all about location.
Yeah.
And she's right, because when I have some honeydews around the house, I just go to Ace. I go to Ace Hardwoods right up the street. Everything was within 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Chipotle, Super Target, everything.
Yeah.
So no, we got a great location. So it's sad that I think I'm going to probably pass away in this house. That's
Yeah.
kind of depressing.
Well,
Yeah,
it's kind of cool to, in one way, yeah, I can see that. But another way,
No,
it's like, this is where I'm going to retire and live my final dreams.
I already have my chair that I'm going to have. When I go in the hospital, I'm going to be right there in this chair in the living room, and I got my chair in my bedroom. I already know where I'm going to be. I thought it would be abroad in a second home, but she said no. I sold my house. My mom died, and I sold my house in California. I was going to live by a second home, but then she said no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
My wife runs the show, dude. So so it's kind of depressing now that I'm just going to be in this house, and I get to see all these other houses and people are moving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm stuck here.
But moving is also very stressful.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I wouldn't want to move. You got to see my house sometime, but I wouldn't want to pack up and move my stuff.
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
Even my garage is a pain. It's nice and clean, but I got my whole wall of my, what is it called? Nebraska country. I got a Nebraska country wall. It's all Nebraska stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's cool.
Yeah. So it's always fun. I love real estate stuff, so it's always fun to dive
We're
into
gonna
that
get you
for
a
a few
house. You
minutes.
need a house.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I
Need
got
another
the perfect
house.
one for you.
Yeah. we'll have to work with the bank on that. We'll see how that goes. That'll wrap it up for our weekly wrap sessions with Steve Taylor. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next Wednesday. Happy hour coming next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Rashawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
A wise nation honors and learns from its past. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. February is Black History Month, a celebration of the contributions that African Americans have made to American history in their struggles for freedom and equality. Knowledge is our strongest tool against injustice. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies to go along with calm winds and very mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 69. Tonight, mainly cloudy with a low around 41. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. It will be breezy, though, and cooler with